Hi, welcome to Dad's Dishes. Today I'm going to be trying a new recipe I found on the web for vegan tempeh meatballs. If you're saying to yourself, what the heck is tempeh? You're not alone. I had not known about this until recently. Tempeh is a soy-based product, and while of course it will never taste exactly like real meat, can give a similar consistency and texture to a lot of meat dishes. So if you're looking to incorporate some more vegetarian meals into your weekly menu, then this is a good option to try. I've already got my tempeh out of the package, but this is what one brand of it looks like. And I've made a flax egg here with 1 tablespoon ground flax seed and 3 tablespoons hot water mixed together. That's kind of just congealing right now. And we're just going to have some very simple spices coated in almond flour and a little bit of olive oil and marinara sauce or tomato sauce to moisten the dough up a bit. So of course we've got our oven preheating 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I've sauteed up about half of an onion and 3 tablespoons or 3 cloves of garlic. A little overdone, I might add. And here's the tempeh. See, it's kind of the little soybeans are kind of all gelled together. I'm just going to kind of break these up by pulsing it with a food processor. So I've kind of ground it up to a very small crumb-like consistency. That looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my other ingredients. Okay, so here's my science experiment looking recipe. I've added the other ingredients, the sauteed onions and garlic. A third cup of regular cheese. I don't have any vegan cheese in the house, so what are you going to do? You use real cheese. 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce or marinara, which I happen to have on hand. There's my flax egg. And then I'm also adding a half cup of almond flour. I don't have any vegan breadcrumbs hanging around the house. So that's a pretty good substitute. So now I'm going to kind of pulse this all together and scrape down the sides when necessary to make sure it all comes together as kind of like a big dough. So I don't know about you, but that looks like pretty dough-like to me, so let's go over the next step. So if you've never seen my trick with parchment paper from some of my other videos, here's the trick to make it not curl. Crumble it up into a ball and then flatten it out. Ta-da! Okay, so I've got my skillet reheating on a medium setting with a layer of olive oil because I'm going to roll the meatballs in there to cook them and brown them slightly before finally popping them into the oven. So I've got my dough here. I'm just going to put about a tablespoon of dough together, then roll it in some more almond flour and pop it in the skillet in a few batches to brown them. I've got my rolled meatballs ready. The recipe actually called for some vegan powdered cheese to mix in with the almond flour or vegan breadcrumbs. I did not have that, and I certainly was not going to chop up regular cheese into powder. That just wasn't going to happen. But everything's ready now, so I'm going to put these into my heated pan, coated to the bottom with olive oil, and I'm going to roll them around while they cook for about 5 minutes just to brown them up nicely. Also, I found that while I was rolling the meatballs, the dough stuck to my hands pretty readily. So moisten your hands with a little water. It will keep more dough off your hands, and it will also provide just a little bit of something for the almond flour to stick to. Okay, so these have browned up nicely. I found that I did need to constantly turn them, and I probably overfilled the pan. Could have done it in 2 batches and then kind of roll them around easier without having to hand turn them. But nevertheless, they're done now, so I'm going to put them onto my tray and then into the oven for 15 minutes. So this should make about 20 to 24 meatballs depending on how thick you make them. So into the oven with you. They are after baking. I've kind of rolled them over so you can see how they just brown a little bit on the underside. And this is it. So enjoy. So this recipe turned out really tasty. So tasty, in fact, that I ate the entire tray myself. That's how good they were. Definitely not as dense as a regular traditional meat-based meatball. They were a lot lighter and airier in texture, but still very good. On the downside, I'm not sure I'll be making these that often because of the numerous steps involved. Starting, of course, with the food processor, which I generally detest because it creates so many extra parts to clean, but was really a necessity in this case in order to get the right consistency of the tempeh. Then, of course, there's the rolling, then there's the sautéing in the fry pan, then there's the baking. So a lot of steps and time and effort. It was good though, so if you're looking to add a meatless option to your menu every now and then, maybe give this a try. Let's review. How is this healthier? Tempeh is a healthier option in my opinion than beef from a grain-fed cow. Beef from a grass-fed cow would still be absolutely great and delicious for a meatball. There's a lot of additional health benefits you can get from grass-fed cows. You can do your research on that. But tempeh has additional health benefits compared to an edamame or other soy product because of the fermentation of the soy. So you're getting the added good bacteria that are helping your gut, and that means helping your overall health, not just your digestive system. And we're always making sure to include whole foods. So we've taken out and make sure we don't use that processed white flour. Instead of using almond flour. And again, no processed foods, no vegetable oil, using heart-healthy olive oil instead. Thanks to theminimalistbaker.com for the original recipe. And now a word from my trusty assistant.
I have some steps for you. 1. Like this video. 2. Subscribe to Dad's Dishes. And 3. Put those notifications on all. Somebody new might pop up in one of our videos. And 4. Share this with everyone you know. Bye.